This message is for Kendal Rich, and if you're not Kendal Rich, you can go ahead and keep on scrolling. Kendal, girl, Aubrey Wyatt unalived herself, and I have to say that in that kind of way, which sounds really unserious because of fucking TikTok guidelines, but this girl took her own life because of the bullying of 4 other girls, okay? That is the facts of this case. She took her life because of bullying of 4 other girls, okay? Her mom, Heather, came on the internet to grieve, to get support, maybe find other moms that are like her, you know, to vent to. And the parents of the children who bullied Aubrey to death sued Heather and forced her to remove all of her social media because they wanted to protect the children. Where was the protection for Aubrey? Now, I know you said you don't like Mean Girls, okay? And I don't like Mean Girls either. But to come onto this app and have such a strong stance about a mourning mother, to literally dig, to find issues in the story of the mourning mother and the way that she is mourning, is really bold. Like, it's really kind of out there of you. And it's really not about you having a difference of opinion. It's the fact that your difference of opinion is so abundantly wrong that it's just offensive to everybody, even people that aren't Heather. Like, it's absolutely entirely offensive. I think it's really unfair to really pick apart the way that this mother is mourning, considering we all don't know what we would do if we were put in that situation. We don't know if we would call for a ceasefire. You know, like, we don't know if we would go out and have a witch hunt for these people that basically took our children's lives. Like, we don't know what we would do in those kinds of situations. So to come onto this app and say, oh, she's wrong for that, she's wrong for that, she's wrong for that, I don't think so. I don't think she's wrong for that at all. Because, like, let's put it into perspective here, okay? When, you know, we're in a court trial and there is a person that is a defendant, and then there's the family, and then there's a lost loved one, and then the family gets all up in arms, and then they jump over the podium and they sucker punch the guy who took the life of the person that they care about. Most of the time, those people don't get charged because they were acting out of emotion. They usually get some kind of measly slap on the wrist, and then they move on with their life. Now, is it right to jump over the podium and sucker punch the guy in the middle of court? No. And is it right to post the information of the girls who were bullying? Probably not. I know one thing's for sure and 2 things for certain, though. Back when I was Aubrey's sister's age, you bet your sweet ass if that would have happened to my sister, I would have been blasting every single bit of information that I had on these bitches. How dare you bully my sister into death? Does that make it 100% right? No, absolutely not. But again, we don't know what we would do in those kind of situations because we haven't been put in those kind of situations. So we need to make sure that we are taking into consideration the fact that we don't know what Heather's going through. And I pray that we never do have to know what Heather's going through. I know that you said that there's 2 sides to every story, but that's actually so abundantly wrong it hurts, because there are 3 sides to every story. There's Aubrey's side of the story, there's the bully side of the story, and then there's the truth. Everybody lives in their own truth. Every single person in this world lives in their own truth, okay? And at the end of the day, Molly's truth at this point isn't necessarily as important as Aubrey's truth. Because at the end of the day, Molly still has her life. All of those girls who bullied Aubrey to death, they still have their life, okay? Are they getting a taste of their own medicine right now? Absolutely. Do I think that a bunch of adults need to be going and having some witch hunt for a bunch of children? Absolutely not. But do I think those girls deserve every single ounce of fucking criticism and hate that they are getting? Abso-fucking-lutely. I have daughters, okay? And at the end of the day, I teach my kids that if you're a bully, I'm gonna bully you, okay? If I find out that you're out there and you're making somebody feel like shit about themselves instead of lifting them up, because that's what I teach my girls. I teach my girls you are to lift people up. You are never to put somebody down. And if I find out that you're putting somebody down, me and you are about to have issues, girl. Because one thing I will not do is I will not raise a mean girl. And that is something that the parents of these children never taught their kids. Is the community coming together to teach these girls that if you're gonna bully, then we're gonna bully you? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I think that everybody's doing it in the right manner by sending death threats and all those things? Absolutely fucking not. I don't condone that, even in the fucking slightest. But I also do not condone people coming on this app and outright fucking shaming a mourning mother. And I know you came on here and said that's not what you're doing, but that's exactly what you did. And if I were that mother, that's exactly how I would have taken your video. So I think you should really take your videos and like think about them a little bit before you post them, especially when you're taking a stance that could be so detrimental to a mother who just lost the life of her child. Like, you're talking about her laughing and things like that, and it's like, girl, is she not supposed to laugh? Is she not supposed to have like fun and live? Like, is that not what you think that Aubrey would have wanted? I mean, you came out with this video of how beautiful of a person that you see when you see Aubrey, okay? So if you think that Aubrey wouldn't want, you know, all the bullying and all the things, wouldn't you think that Aubrey would also want her mom to be smiling? Because she was so sad, right? She was so sad to the point to where she took her own life, right? Do you think that Aubrey would want her mom to be so sad to the point to where she can't smile? To the point to where, you know, she might feel like she wants to take her life? And we don't know that. I know if I lost my child, I would feel that way. I would feel like my life is fucking over. Like, those kids mean the absolute fucking world to me. I would feel like my life is over. But at the end of the day, do you really think that's what Aubrey would have wanted? No. If I took my life, I know I would want my mom to be just thriving, just doing the absolute fucking most for herself. I would want her smiling and laughing and having fun, okay? That's what I would want, and according to you, that's what you would see Aubrey wanting. So I don't see why you're even making comments about her laughing and smiling and having a good time. Because just because you're mourning doesn't mean you can't also have moments of happiness. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I've gone to funerals where we're all fucking busting up laughing because we're telling stories and, you know, we're enjoying each other's company and, you know, we're reminiscing on good times, you know? So yeah, we're gonna have moments of happiness even in moments of sorrow. Moral of the story is, Kendall, is that your take was so fucking bold and so abundantly wrong, and that's the reason why you're getting as much shit as you're getting. And it's not because you have a difference of opinion, it's because your difference of opinion is so abundantly wrong and so abundantly offensive. There are 3 people at fault for the loss of Aubrey. It's the school district and the school itself. Those motherfuckers have the obligation to protect the safety and well-being of their students, and they neglected to do that, okay? The second people at fault here are the parents of those children for not teaching their children not to be fucking mean girls. Those people are really at fucking fault here. The third people at fault here are the children that actually pushed Aubrey to death, okay? Those people are at fault here. So stop trying to put blame on a mourning mother. That is absolutely fucking insane, and you also deserve all the shit that you're getting right now.